Good afternoon, folks. We're now at the 1st of March at approximately 2:30 on Friday, the 24th. From the last video, from the last recording here, I have now spoken to Seamus May. Seamus May is making efforts to contact Valerie Hanley in the Mail on Sunday in relation to adding all the skullduggery that's going on in Monaghan and Dublin to what she's brought to light in relation to the refugees' monies, the multi-millions that Seamus McEnany is receiving from the state, and how can his 30 million of debt have disappeared? How did he get his hands on the various properties? The whole thing stinks to high heavens. I suppose a short update of the position would be that Monaghan, or the case in Monaghan, was listed for hearing last Thursday, the 29th of February. This did not happen. The DPP put in a letter stating that the sergeant wouldn't be available. Within this letter, the Sergeant Donald Fay, his base is Carrickmacross in County Monaghan. Now, Carrickmacross is the hometown of the Banty. Why had a sergeant from the hometown of the Banty why had he to come to Monaghan to carry out an act at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, along with somewhere between 8 to 10 Gardaí and 3 to 5 security men on the morning of the 1st of June? Then there's the fact that Stephen and Micheál have access to all my emails. Now, a lot of all this information is in the briefcase. Copies of electricity bills, copies of social welfare paperwork. If we had the briefcase, the information's there. Then there's, in relation to Kieran Marin making a statement. Kieran Marin did not tell the guard, and the statement did not make it known that there was a full hearing outstanding in the High Court in relation to ownership of the property, and that himself and Seamus McEnany have been avoiding this issue from 2016. Well, the property is meant to be our civil matters, then therefore it's civil trespass, and it's dealt with the same way as Ian Bourke has been handled at the moment. Again, I did the 28 days in Mountjoy in 2016 to overcome this, and since then they've just been playing games using the system. So Kieran Marin has, reality is he owns, he's nothing more than a signature on fraudulent documentation. I suppose then to move forward to Wednesday, as it stands, I've only found out the name of the barrister from Stephen there this morning. I believe Maddie has furnished Micheál with a letter, and again the social welfare paperwork and the electricity paperwork are within the email. Again, they're in the briefcase, but they're on the copies of that information should be within Mr. Deary at Gmail account. So I'm now heading into Wednesday. I have yet to meet the barrister. With myself and Maddie have not spoken about this. We have not sat down with any documentation here. There is also I was taken to Monaghan Garda station that morning. I was put into a room. I was asked about what was my address. I told them my address was 2728 Market Street. The Sergeant Fay told me that's not your address. Your address is Drumhillock, Monaghan. I said no. I said I've been residing at 2728 Market Street, Monaghan. My social welfare is there. The electricity bills in my name, and there are ongoing civil matters in the High Court, and I've been served with civil papers. I'm due in the High Court on the 3rd of June, which was two to 3 days later. This back in the summer of 2021. The reason that the guards had, how come no one else that had ever visited the property over the years there was no mention of trespass when there was a group of us there in 2019. This is now just a sham, and if they're allowed to get if they're allowed to win this, it's not. This is about civil property. Supposed to be a civil matter, and it's not a criminal matter. So this is not just about one person or one building. This is about a system that is now a system that needs to be brought back into control, because the Gardaí are acting outside their jurisdiction. Then there's the fact that there's the paperwork for Adrian Dorkin has disappeared. And how can you be taken into a room in the Monaghan Garda station and put into a seat and questioned and notes taken and threatened, and it's not. There's no. They're now claiming there was nothing happened in the station. Look at folks. This is now. This needs. I suppose just needs a bit of focus now, and calmness in court on Wednesday, and the various pieces of paperwork various pieces of paperwork, as in the electricity background, the social welfare background, and Micheál was to bring a copy of what's gone on in the High Court. I also have paperwork here in the jail that was sent to me in relation to a full hearing. So this is now just a farce. So look at again, Wednesday, the 6th of March now will be a key date in bringing everything out into the light. And if there's anyone can make it to Monaghan on the 6th, that would be brilliant. Hopefully Micheál and maybe John will be there, and whoever else on the morning. I'm told that Maddie's going to be there on the morning. So look, that's where it's at now, folks. And then there's I just want to see this now all brought out into the light. Kieran Marin had no mission making any statement against me in relation to Master Dairies. What he should have been doing was looking for a full hearing in the High Court on the matter. He's avoided that for 6 years. That's his issue and Seamus McEnany's issue, not this side of the fence. So I'll cut off the video at this stage. Thank you very much for those that have listened to the end, and hopefully we can, collectively, the light can be shone on the truth here once and for all. Thank you. Okay.